All right, everyone, welcome back for the episode of Carnivore Trades. Today is Thursday, August 1st, 2024. If you're not done so already, please give the video a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Come find me on carnivoretrades.com for swing trading alerts, analysis, and live day trading. Anyways, let's get into it today. Um, Probably the best bear move I've seen since 2022 today. Not even percentage wise. I think the move last Thursday was bigger percentage wise, but just in terms of the structure and how it played out here in the markets, you see the Q's down 2.4. There's a lot to unpack here, though. We go to the intraday, just straight, selling all day long. We had a very clean rejection here, a level I gave out to members in the both in the trading room and in the swing service, and of course I sacrificed by not taking it. I know some people who did. Very good 618 though. I was looking for a little bit higher, but I know some of the members got it right into that level. Perfect. 55.65 was the level we gave out, and 55.66 was the high of the day. I did not get it. I got myself run over trying to catch the Gex wall at 55. But we did get a little scalp in at the end of the day. So, you win some, you lose some there. But in any case, beautiful rejection. Best bear move. Why? Because we had, essentially you trapped the bears yesterday and they came back in with a vengeance here. A couple of things though. A lot of this, actually all of this is ODTE. By the way, beautiful false breakout. There'll be a video done on it. I wish I had waited because I'm doing a video. It should be out Saturday on false breakouts and breakdowns. This perfect example. Beautiful. Take the 15-minute. But in any case, false breakout, ODTE selling all day long. I have some thoughts on this, though. One, at the close, we'll talk about Amazon in a second. We'll get to Apple. Don't worry, I didn't forget about you, Tim. So this is 74 million, and that's including the after-hours blocks that just went off with Amazon. But there was about 65 to 70 million shares at the close. That's not heavy. And usually, for bears, you like to see that uptick in volume. Another thing is, I talked about this, I spent the whole video around this yesterday, is the VIX hit almost 20 again. That's in front of Amazon, it's in front of Apple, it's in front of jobs data. It's like the market is preparing for like literally an apocalypse right here. If we don't get it, those hedges will unwind very quickly, and that's how you get those big 150 point squeezes that we saw yesterday. So if their goal was to get everybody bearish, I think they accomplished that. If they want to take this thing back up. But either way, very good bear move, and I'm just going to be neutral right now. There's just a ton of noise. This whole week was noise. I talked about that last Thursday. It's not going to be easy here. This whole week has been full of traps every single day. And again, we got Amazon here. Let me take a look. So that's bouncing back up. It was taking a little dip here, down to about 170. Let me get my after hours on here. 171. Now bouncing back. Intel announcing a dividend cut, so that's getting roasted here. But we have the ES holding up. And we did bounce a little bit into the end of the day. NQ holding up right now. Technically still, you do have higher lows here also. So technically, believe it or not, we didn't do any damage to the chart, but it's a really good rejection, and that we haven't seen the bears do that in a while. So I'm going to be neutral here, and this can still be played to the long side if we get the right signals. In fact, I did take a little scalp here already that we're holding a runner on off the low of the day, if you know the right signals to look for. But the point is, if I don't know, I don't do. And definitely saw some uncertainty here. Now, I thought we would get rejected at the 618. Told you that at the beginning of the video. I didn't think we would go down and erase the entire move, though. So when I see that, all right, let's step back. Let's let Tim cook at 425. Let's let Amazon shake out. Let's let Intel do their thing. Let's let jobs play out. And then once we see the market, okay, all the hedges are off, all the bullshit market maker games are done with. Now we can see, true price discovery here. And we can go from there. Do they flush it down? Okay, then you get out of the way. If you're short, you run those shorts down. trail it down, and then, you only go long at majors, 53.25 in that area, or you wait for a false breakdown, which again, we'll talk about in the video on Saturday. So let's take a look here. Amazon holding up okay. ES basically fractionally lower after the close with Amazon dipping. So market's holding up right now. Let me see. Looks like my lines are messed up. No, either way. Good rejection at face value. A couple other things that I don't like, or I do like for bears, the SOX got destroyed and we made new lows. And we're slicing that trend line now. And this is starting to look more bear flag. I do not like that outside candle. SMH in the same kind of boat. It is holding support by a thread. And here's your big positive is that NVIDIA did not make new lows on the week. So NVIDIA could come to the rescue. Apple could come to the rescue here in a few minutes. It's definitely teetering. It's definitely, it could go either way. I'll tell you what, though, if the bears drop this ball, you're never going to hear the end of it. Everybody who's talking about the yen today, there's been a lot of that. The yen's been in free fall for how long? And the market hasn't really been bothered. We are coming down into support right now. I think, the people have been predicting the crash of the carry trade for a long time, unwind of the carry trade. It's sexy to talk about now because the market's going down. If the market's going up, nobody would care. So, they have to have a story. They have to have a reason. Yields definitely putting pressure on the market. Yields to the downside, that's part of the story too. But a lot of this ODT driven. So again, that does make me a little suspect of it. The volume makes me a little suspect. The fact that the VIX was basically being panic bid, like jobs are going to, like we're going to have like a negative 500,000 or something like that. It's like the market's is prepping for Armageddon. So if we don't get that, those hedges can unwind really fast. So again, I'm kind of neutral here. I'll wait to see what tomorrow morning brings, or perhaps just Apple. I mean, if Apple does well enough, it might not matter. But right now, big level we talked about yesterday, 55, right? Above that, bulls are in control. They couldn't hold it. So, bears back in control here. And you got to get back above that. So, it's as simple as that, really. 54.90 was really the technical level. There's a lot of gamma, though, at 55. So I like that level a little bit better. Yeah, next level is 75 here in the short term, 90, and then 55 even. We get back above that, then you can start working your way back up. But this has been a whole giant mess here this week. And I knew it was going to be, but it is not disappointed at all. Triple Qs here. Again, holding the trend line. We'll see if Tim cooks. IWM, massive unwind here. So I thought tech would outperform, and it was this morning. If you notice, like this morning, if you were watching the tape, every time the market bounced, the Qs were bouncing a little bit more. Structurally, technically they were down more than the spiders, but structurally for a while, if you look at the Qs, like it took them a lot longer to take out yesterday's low. So 11 o'clock versus SPY, which took it out 1040. So structurally, they were holding up better. The IWM was the worst, and the Dow was IWM and the Dow were getting thrashed the most, price action wise, like really, pretty much right off the bat. I do think that is kind of how this is going to play out here. I do think tech does start to outperform if we can catch a leg here. A lot of this may be first of the month stuff too, but again, it's all going to hinge on Apple here. Dow is holding support for now. IWM, I think gets maybe a little bit of a modest bounce here, but definitely a really good outside slice on volume. So be careful with that. SMH we talked about. IGV, IGV's holding up. It's down 2%, but it's holding the lows of the week. So it's not terrible there. Dow Transports finally took a tumble, but again, still above all the moving averages. And again, if this just stays firm, this can consolidate this up move, and they can go higher, believe it or not. So transport's not the end of the world there. And rates, everybody's talking about rates, rightfully so. 2-year down 12 basis points. It's a big move. So we went right through that kind of 4.2 level, and we'll see if we get a bounce here at the lows. But 2-year does appear to be, pricing in cuts now. Pretty much the whole curve, right? 5s, 10s, 30s, although the long end, obviously the firmest. A little bit more of an unwind. We're almost there with 210s. So bonds still pretty firm. XHB outside move down 3.2, but again, new all-time high yesterday, new all-time closing high. You know, it's up from 97 to 120 in like 3-4 weeks. You're going to have steep pullbacks when you get that price action. VNQ, one of the strongest sectors today, up 1%, and new 52-week highs intraday. XLF was on the weaker side, but again, still just sitting off all-time highs. Nothing really terrible. KRE, this is responsible for a lot of the drag in the Russell. But again, you know, 46 to 60 in a couple of weeks for the KRE, right? These are regional banks. They're not tech stocks. It's a big move. You're going to get big slices when that happens. Good volume, though, so we could probably expect some more downside. Might get a bounce, though, at the 20 MA right now. Same thing with the KBE, but these have had a really nice run. Broker-dealers outside move down. All that trading got wiped out in one day. So a little weakness there, but it bounced at the previous all-time high. It's 420. So Apple usually reports around between now and 425. So I'll just keep an eye on that. That is not out yet. Let me just take a look at ES. Amazon's still holding up. Intel, not great. All right. Oil down $1. There was some Middle East fears again yesterday. That's been the case for a while. Again, choppy range here. We got to get back above 79 to resume bull control. But in the short term, I don't love it either way. You take out the lows, it's probably down to the low 70s. XLE again was strong yesterday. Very good outside move today. Still got higher lows here. So again, waiting for that, waiting on pattern for that. XOP down 3% on the dot. That one's on the weaker side comparatively. The OIH big outside move down. A lot of volatility in these oil services, but I like this, how this is setting up here. Definitely getting interesting. CCJ down 10%, almost filling out that head and shoulder target. So it should get down there now. It's not that far off. NM, again, we had this weekly sell signal. And that's playing out. Same thing with the NJ. I told you guys to watch out for those. And we back-chested that level yesterday. So pretty good bear move there for uranium. Nat gas, new lows. After a pop on inventory. So it doesn't matter if inventories are bullish on nat gas. It's just always a sell. So, I mean, am I wrong? Right. Dollar index, good rally today, despite yields coming in. So it's not perfectly correlated, but you have possible higher low there. And then we talked about dollar yen. It's holding that area. It should bounce there. Gold holding up, no problems, just sitting off all-time highs. Silver a little bit weaker, again, industrial demand. Platinum off of that trend line. And then palladium still waiting to get going. Copper outside move down here, so possible bear action. I'm rooting for this to go a little bit lower, and I think this could be a buy for a tradable bounce. I'm not saying it's going back to the highs, but tradable bounce. Plus, I'm seeing a lot of dunking going on. I mean, and to be fair, like they should be people who are like getting euphoric will be like copper to $30, copper to $100. They're getting dunked on a lot right now, and they should be, but starting to see it like get a little tip to one side. But we'll see what it does. I have not initiated a position yet, and I don't have a buy signal yet either, but I'm interested. Bitcoin backing off today, again, down 2%. Again, that's nothing for Bitcoin, but you do want to see it stay above this green bar here, 63,322. So that's the low right there, and I would prefer to see it stay above that. If it goes down, then, you're probably headed back to like 59. But again, just big channel here, consolidation pattern. Nothing really wrong with it. Let's take a look. Amazon settling at 175. Apple is out. It should be out in a minute. I'm going to try and drag this out here. So ES at 55 right now. and just kind of backing off a little bit there. So we are starting to inch lower. Intel, let's give the after hours look up here. And again, this isn't going to matter by the time you guys watch it, but I want to react to it in real time. Hopefully they release it at, sometimes it's not till 4:30, so hopefully we're not wasting time here. But Intel continuing lower, NQ about to make new lows. So Amazon is 174. We'll see what that does here. We got 10 seconds. Hopefully Tim will cook. Let's see. All right, it's 25 here. I hate when these companies report. Off time. Conference 4:23. All right, guys. Well, let's see. The conference call is scheduled for 5. They might report it at 4:30. So, sorry. You can get my reaction tomorrow or on Twitter. Well, either way, a lot of noise here. We could slice down, like I said yesterday with Microsoft, we could slice down and then pop back up. We've got non-farm payroll. We could be down into non-farm payroll, and if volatility is high enough and you get a decent number, those hedges can come off and that can negate any selling from Apple or Amazon. So again, it's early, a lot of noise here. Don't trust these moves. I can't wait for this week to be over with and we can get some actual price discovery. But very good move there for bears. And yeah, we'll see what we get tomorrow with the jobs data. Anyways, I'm going to wrap it up here. You guys take care. Come find me at carnivoretrades.com. We'll see you guys all tomorrow.